I'm 83 years old, and I'm forgetting. Not the way you forget where you put your keys, not the way you walk into a room and wonder what you came for. I'm talking about the big things, the sacred things. Last Tuesday, I couldn't remember my daughter's wedding day. Not the date, the entire day. Gone, like it never happened. And here's what terrifies me. I spent 60 years of my life preparing for a future I can barely remember now. While you're watching this, you're probably thinking about tomorrow, next week, next year, your 5-year plan, your retirement fund, your dream house. I did that too. I was exceptional at it. And now, those 60 years, they're dissolving like sugar in water. But the moments I actually lived, truly lived, fully present, with nothing between me and the experience, those are crystal clear, vivid, untouchable. I can't remember my daughter's wedding, but I remember the afternoon I skipped work to teach her to ride a bike. Every second of it. So before my mind takes that memory too, I need to tell you something. You're not documenting your life. You're not achieving your life. You're not preparing for your life. You're supposed to be living it, and most of you aren't. I know because I see myself in you, and I'm running out of time to warn you. It started 18 months ago. I was at my granddaughter Emma's birthday party, her 7th. She was opening presents, and everyone was laughing. And suddenly my son asked me, "Mom, do you remember when Sarah did the exact same thing at her 7th birthday?" Sarah. My other granddaughter. I looked at him. I smiled. I nodded. I had absolutely no idea what he was talking about. I excused myself to the bathroom, and I stood there, gripping the sink, searching my mind like you'd search a dark house for something you dropped. Nothing. The memory wasn't fuzzy. It wasn't there at all. Sarah's 7th birthday. Vanished. That's when the room started spinning. Because here's what I realized in that bathroom. I couldn't remember Sarah's party because I'd never actually been at Sarah's party. Not really. I'd been there physically. I have the photos to prove it. But mentally, I was somewhere else entirely. I was probably thinking about the presentation I had the next day, or the fight I'd had with my husband that morning, or the email I forgot to send. I'd spent the whole party in my head instead of in the room. And the truly devastating part, when I got home that night and started going through my memories like inventory, I realized how many moments were just gone. Not because my brain was failing yet, but because I'd never encoded them in the first place. I'd been on autopilot for decades. My husband Richard, my partner of 54 years, he's been gone for 3 years now, and I can remember the day he died with perfect clarity. I can remember the funeral, the hospital room, the last words he said to me. But you know what I can't remember? A single ordinary Tuesday, a random Saturday morning, the thousands of small, beautiful, mundane moments when we were just together. I documented everything. I have 47 photo albums, thousands of digital pictures. I have home videos and scrapbooks and journals. But when I look at them now, they feel like evidence of someone else's life, because I wasn't present for my own life. I was always preparing for it, planning it, optimizing it, recording it for later. And now, later is here, and there's nothing to remember. Let me tell you how I got here. I was 25 once, just like some of you, and I was ambitious, capable, and terrified of wasting my potential. So I made a deal with myself. I would work hard now, sacrifice now, build the foundation now, and then, later, when everything was in place, I would finally relax and enjoy my life. I got my degree, then my master's. Then I built a career in corporate consulting, traveling 40 weeks a year. I told myself, just a few more years, and then I'll slow down. I got married at 31. I told myself, once we buy the house, we'll have more time together. We bought the house. Then it needed renovations. Then we needed to furnish it properly. Then the mortgage needed to be paid down. I had my daughter at 34. I told myself, once she's in school, I'll be more present. She went to school. Then there were extracurriculars to coordinate, college funds to build, a promotion I couldn't turn down because of the financial security it offered. I climbed. I achieved. I checked every single box society told me to check. And I genuinely believed, deep in my bones, that I was doing the right thing, that I was building a life, that all this work and planning and sacrifice would pay off in the form of a beautiful, secure, comfortable future where I could finally exhale. Here's what nobody told me. The comfort never comes. The later never arrives, because the finish line keeps moving. There's always one more goal, one more milestone, one more thing to optimize before you can relax. And even if you do reach some mythical endpoint, retirement, financial freedom, the paid-off house, by then, you've spent so many decades living in your head, planning and worrying and optimizing, that you've literally forgotten how to be present. It's not a skill you can just turn on after 50 years of rehearsing for a life you're not actually living. I became a woman who could manage 15 projects simultaneously, but couldn't sit still for a sunset. I could plan a flawless vacation, but couldn't enjoy a single moment of it because I was already thinking about the flight home. I captured 10,000 photos, but can't remember the feeling of a single moment behind the camera. You know what the real tragedy is? I thought I was being responsible. I thought I was being a good mother, a good wife, a good employee. And by conventional standards, I was. I was exceptional. I had the resume, the retirement account, the respect. But I wasn't there. I was a ghost in my own life. Let me tell you what I can remember, and what I can't. I can't remember the day my daughter took her first steps. I know it happened. There's video evidence. But the actual memory is gone. You know what I do remember? The grant proposal I was writing that week. The deadline stress. The relief when I submitted it. I remember the work. I don't remember my daughter's first steps. I can't remember the trip to Italy Richard and I took for our 20th anniversary. Not really. I have a photo album. I have a detailed itinerary I planned for months. But when I close my eyes and try to remember standing in front of the Colosseum, all I can recall is thinking about how to get the perfect photo, about whether we were spending too much money, about the work emails piling up while I was gone. But I do remember, with perfect, painful clarity, the afternoon I almost didn't go to the beach. My daughter was 12. It was a Saturday. Richard wanted to pack up and drive to the coast for the day, just the three of us. And I almost said no. I had laundry to do, errands to run. I was tired. It seemed inefficient. But something made me say yes. And we went, and I made a conscious choice. I don't know why, maybe because the ocean air hit my face just right, to do nothing but exist. I didn't take photos. I didn't check my phone. I just sat on that beach and watched my daughter build sandcastles with her father. And I was there, fully there. My body and my mind in the same place at the same time. I can see that day like it's projected on the wall in front of me. The way the light hit the water, the sound of my daughter's laugh, the weight of Richard's hand in mine. That was 25 years ago, and I can still feel the sand between my toes. You know how many days like that I had in 54 years of marriage? Maybe a dozen, maybe less. The rest is fog. I can't remember my father's last words to me before he died. He lived 3 states away, and I kept meaning to visit. But there was always a project deadline, a meeting I couldn't miss, a better time coming up. Then he had a stroke. By the time I got there, he was unconscious. He died 2 days later. I remember the guilt, the funeral, the self-recrimination, but I can't remember the last real conversation we had. It's just gone. What I do remember is the phone call I didn't take because I was in a meeting. He'd called to tell me about a bird he'd seen in his garden. That's it, just a bird. And I saw his name on my phone, and I thought, I'll call him back after this meeting. It's probably nothing important. I never called him back. 3 weeks later, he was dead. Here's what I wish I'd known at 25. Your memory doesn't record everything equally. It records emotion, presence, significance. And now I'm 83, and my brain is starting to let go of things naturally, and all that's left are the moments I actually lived. The handful of times I was fully present. Everything else, the achievements, the productivity, the perfectly planned life, it's dissolving because it was never real to begin with. So let me tell you what I wish someone had told me at 25. Stop optimizing. Stop trying to have the perfect life. Stop documenting everything for later. Stop treating your present as a stepping stone to some mythical future when you'll finally be ready to live. You will never be ready. There will always be something more important. Another deadline, another obligation, another reason to put living on hold. The life you're planning for doesn't exist. This moment, right now, this is your life. That dinner with your friend, where you spent the whole time on your phone, that's not coming back. The concert where you watched through your camera screen, gone. The conversation with your mother, where you were mentally writing your to-do list, you're not getting a redo. Stop working 60 hours a week for a retirement you might not live to see. Stop postponing joy until you lose the weight, get the promotion, pay off the debt. Stop taking 10,000 photos of a moment instead of experiencing it. I'm not saying don't plan. I'm not saying don't work. I'm saying be here while you're doing it. Be present in your ambition. Be present in your work. Be present in your rest. Choose presence over productivity at least once a day. Put your phone in a drawer. Cancel the thing you don't want to do. Take the spontaneous trip. Have the conversation that scares you. Do one thing, just one thing, that's purely for the experience of being alive, with no optimization, no documentation, no ROI. Because here's the truth they don't tell you. Achievement doesn't become memory. Presence becomes memory. The promotion you worked 80 hours a week for, I guarantee you won't remember the day you got it. But the afternoon you played hooky to go to the park, that'll stay with you forever. And if you're sitting there thinking, I'll do that later, when things calm down, when I have more time, please hear me. Later never comes. Time doesn't calm down. Life doesn't pause. You're making a choice right now, in this moment, about whether you're going to live your life or rehearse for it. I chose rehearsal for 6 decades, and now the show is closing, and I never performed. Don't make my mistake. I'm recording this on a Friday morning. In an hour, my daughter is taking me to a doctor's appointment to discuss memory care options. The forgetting is getting worse. Soon, I will remember recording this video. I probably won't remember you. But right now, in this moment, I'm here. I'm present. I'm looking directly at you, and I'm telling you, you still have time. Not infinite time, but time. So let me ask you something. If you keep living the way you're living now, chasing the next achievement, delaying joy, living in your head, treating the present as a problem to optimize your way out of, and then you end up where I am, with most of your life reduced to fog and a handful of crystal clear moments where you were actually present, would you be satisfied? Would you look back and think, yes, I spent my one miraculous life exactly the way I should have? Or would you feel the way I feel right now, like you missed it? Like you were invited to the most important party of your existence and you spent the whole time in the parking lot planning your entrance? I can't get my decades back, but you still have yours. So please, put the phone down, close the laptop, cancel the thing that doesn't matter. Call the person you've been meaning to call, take the trip, have the conversation, sit on the floor and play with your kids. Watch the sunset without photographing it. Be here, not later, not when everything is perfect. Now, because now is all you ever really have. And one day, if you're lucky enough to get old like me, now is all you'll be able to remember. Make sure it's worth remembering. If this landed for you, if something in you recognized the truth of what I'm saying, leave a comment and tell me about one moment you were fully present this week. Not a photo you took, not an achievement, a moment where you were just there. I'd love to know I'm not alone in this. And if you think someone in your life needs to hear this, someone who's always planning, always busy, always not quite ready to live, share this with them. Subscribe if you want more of these conversations while I still remember how to have them. Thank you for being here with me. For these 13 minutes, we were both present. That's not nothing.